Hey, what's good everybody? It's Anna from Blastburn Radio, and we're here to take a look at Week 6 PvP. Now, if you're looking at this video and you're noticing that the perspectives seem to be swapping around, there's a reason for that. During preparation for this video, there were some technical issues that resulted in my PvP footage being lost. And as a result, Steven and Celeste have been kind enough to help me out, get me their raw footage so that I can record some of this tonight and get through it. So this is actually my match with Steven. As you can see, he's selecting his Pokemon right now. So if there are any technical snafus or things that look a little off this week, I'm very sorry. This is not a common issue for me, but I made a boo-boo and it totally ruined a perfectly good raw PvP footage video in the 11th hour, which wasn't great. So instead, we're recording this late. Look at this good opening lead. Pumpkin Spice, man, Gourgeist is so freaking good. I'm sitting here staring down this pumpkin. I have no idea what to expect here. But I know that I can't fake it out. And I'm not sure that Mega Medi is going to be able to KO this. And I'm trying to figure out what to do. But I do like to get Mega Medi involved on his first appearance on the field. And we are absolutely going to do that. So we're staying in. We're about to Ice Punch. Spoilers, we got intimidated down, which isn't great, but what's amazing to me is how much damage this Ice Punch is going to do regardless of the fact that we just got intimidated. That's crazy. There comes Fame to lower this thing's attack and threaten. Fame is a great switch into Sashimi on a regular basis. Not only does it lower its attack, Gyarados does not want to be Thunder Waved, and it also doesn't enjoy being charmed. And you can see that Steven switches it right out and brings out Gelato, the pig with a plan. That shiny pig. I can't believe he got 2 shinies like within 30 minutes. There's a Toxic. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world for Chansey, at least. Natural Cure. We'll just hop out a little bit. It'll be good. We'll feel all better. Good call from Steven here, protecting Scout. And I mean, Chansey's only got like a couple established sets, right? So he knows what I'm running and what I'm liable to do. But now he's going to decide if he's going to stay in and take the Toxic or the Seismic Toss, or if he's going to switch, because whatever is coming out risks getting hit by Toxic, which is not something that he wants. I am sure. But there we go. We switching out. Anticipating a switch out, and out comes Tyrantrum. I've been expecting to see this Tyrantrum all series. Like, it's one of Steven's favorites. It's a great Pokemon. But if you remember, we prepped some surprises this week. There were lots of Durgans and lots of things that we didn't really like on the roster this week for Steven. And we made some changes and additions to take care of some of these things, including adding Dazzling Gleam to Rose. And here we go. Oh my goodness, the critical hit. I'm not sure the crit mattered here, honestly, but what a great pickup early in the match, knocking Waffles out. I really didn't need that thing punching holes in my team. I was so relieved to send it into the abyss. And what's better is this is a great position to be in, because Omlin don't want none of Dazzling Gleam. Ravioli doesn't want none of Dazzling Gleam. Sashimi doesn't want a Giga Drain. Pumpkin Spice doesn't want a Venoshock. Like, honestly, the safe play is Gelato, but Gelato isn't really going to be able to threaten real well. So Steven's got to decide what he wants to risk here. And there's Intimidate. Rose doesn't care about Intimidate. That's no problem. And here's the thing. We ain't switching. There's a good chance we can kill this thing with a Giga Drain. Even neutral. So close. So close. Down. Low. And here is the Dragon Dance. And this is legit scary. Like, I was really hoping to KO this thing. But for real, Gyarados at +1... it can be real bad news, and it's got Ice Fang. Like, I'm aware of that. He's had it for a while. Rose doesn't want none of a +1 Ice Fang, and I'm really not sure it's going to outspeed at this point, even with just one D dance up. So we decided to switch out. In comes Fame. Again, always a great decision. Take away that Dragon Dance boost. Get hit with just a normal old Ice Fang. Fame takes that no problem. And now he's going to decide, am I staying in? And he stays in. He's going to hit this thing and try to knock it out with Aqua Tail. And it does a considerable amount of damage. But guess what? It ain't enough. It is enough to trigger the berry, though, which is fantastic. And we clicked Play Rough. We could have clicked Return here, or whatever secondary move I have in the slot this week. Honestly, it's been a bit since I played this match. I'm not seeing it from my perspective. But again, Omelette and Ravioli don't want to take a Play Rough. So there was a good percentage chance that if he did switch, something was getting punished pretty hard. Additionally, it saves us from wasting the advantage of his swap by him switching into Pumpkin Spice and me returning nothing. Now, I'm aware, because my Garchomp is running Poison Jab this week, that he has to be running Poison Jab. He absolutely has to. But the fact of the matter is, I don't have anything that really wants to switch into Poison Jab either. I need to preserve some of the other stuff that's out here, and I do threaten. I'm not going to go first, but Fame has a lot of HP. Is pretty bulky. So the decision to stay in, turns out it pays off, and we're able to play rough back. And boy, oh boy, does it pay off. Ravioli's down. Both Durgans are down. We're dealing with what is presumably a Mega Heracross, Gelato, and Pumpkin Spice. 2 defensive Mon and 1 offensive. Very offensive, mind you, Pokemon. Skill Link is no joke, yo. Oh, he's really weighing it, too. As we're sitting here, Fame just sitting out. Here comes the pain. Now, you all just saw Steven click substitute. I was not expecting a sub here, for sure. And there is Mega Heracross using the substitute. We decided to stay in. We tried to Thunder Wave, which would have been really advantageous for us if it hit. The sub was really good call. And now we got a capital P problem on our hands, because Heracross, Mega Heracross in particular, is really devastating. And now we got to get through the sub and through him, and not much really wants to take those 5 hits off of the bug. I'm not gonna lie, at this point in the match, this is doing me a real concern. Like, I've played so many matches of Pokemon that have started off really, really well, only to turn very, very bad in the 11th hour, particularly against this man. So despite having a really early advantage here, you know, really concerned that it's not going to be enough. And my fears are largely confirmed by this, that 4 hits on Octillery drops it entirely. Didn't even get a hit off. That's a problem. That's a real problem. I gotta make some hard decisions here. And that decision is to bring out Fierce. Fierce uses return and gets rid of that thing. It's gotta go. And the nice thing is, even if he manages to kill Fierce here, at least the sub is down. Look at how much damage Pin Missile does. Neutral dropped from full to nothing. Brought out a heavy hitter here in the hopes that we can get this thing out of here. Not that we have a lot of good options. He knows that I can fake out for chip damage. And chip damage off of Mega Medicham isn't really... it's not even fair to call it chip damage unless you're a big defensive bulwark. But he decides he doesn't want to risk it. Brings in Pumpkin Spice, which is actually a really good call because half of my moves don't affect Ghost. If I had gone for a high jump kick there for whatever reason, I would have hurt myself significantly. Here comes the poison jab. Barely does a thing. The leech seed misses, which is actually like a really big deal for us. This thing already has really impressive sustain. It's got priority. I mean, look, that's not nothing. Ice Punch was much more effective. Oh my goodness. At least the pumpkin is gone. It's out of here. And Echo is still up. Now the concern here obviously is to protect. My best play against Gelato is actually the high jump kick it. And there's a chance to protect, and I bet correctly that I might not see it. And this is an important note. Echo's really low, so if he misses and he dies, it's not like much of a huge difference to what would happen if I didn't KO and he stayed in to hit me. So the calculus there swings largely more in the favor of taking risks with a piece that I'm unlikely to be able to swap out or do more with. And man, did that pay off, because hitting that hair across for that much damage, really, really big deal. Because here we have Rose. Rose so fast, but is it fast enough? It is fast enough. And it doesn't want none of this dazzling gleam. So, it's gone. This is why we saved Rose at the beginning of the match, is so that we could outspeed dangerous things and dazzling gleam them to death. And there we go. A beautiful win. Hey, what's good, everybody? Celeste's match. Jolly's match just wrapped up a couple seconds ago. I had to do these two separately because of the tech issues. But you can see Celeste is getting set up for this match right now. I think we had a pretty good bring here for this week. As mentioned previously in the last portion of this video, we ended up in a situation where we brought a lot of surprises this week, and I guess we'll take a look if they paid off for us against Celeste's brutal walls. A good Metacham lead. Celeste looking all fancy. Look at that fancy smanchy outfit that she's got on over there. Let's turn the music down a little bit. It's slightly loud. Oh boy, it's a Greninja. Greninja's so fast. Not fast enough to deal with a fake out though if I decide to stay in, which I do. And there's the fake out. Absolutely devastating. A half health onto that Greninja. Mega Metacham is so fucking broken. I cannot believe how much damage that fake out does. And then we're peacing out. We don't want anything else to do with that. Obviously, bring out Chansey. Whatever could this thing do to Chansey? Look at that Hyper Beam. Oh, so sad. Oh god, I love Nui. She's so good. Ah, and the toxic miss. What a load of shit. But that's okay though. Celeste knows Jamak can't do anything to this Chansey, so that's just fine. I tried once more to toxic and just a mess. Steel type, pain in my butt. This music is making Chansey sound like some creepy gangster. I love how I protected as if there wasn't going to be stealth rock here. The things you see in hindsight when you review match footage is ridiculous. Like, what freaking else is Skarmory going to do, right? It's got a couple options. It can Brave Bird, it can Whirlwind, it can Rocks, or it can Roost. It doesn't need to Roost. Brave Bird will do some damage, but it's not going to kill this egg. And Whirlwind is just not generally effective. Of course it was going to drop Rocks. Here comes Samsara though. To threaten out, but immediately gets just spit right out. But Octillery doesn't mind. Octillery has suction cups. He can't be blown out, and he threatens Skarmory, which is fantastic. But we are reasonably certain that the Skarmory isn't going to stay in, because it never does when Octillery is out. The real question is, do I sub out this turn? Yeah, I do. There we go. – 'Celeste has had a specific defensive, 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 'Celeste has had a specific defensive switch setup for the whole series. It's fairly readable at this point. Now, this is so good. We brought Poison Jab specifically for Florges this week, and that crit, I don't know if it mattered, but damn did it feel good to just pummel that thing straight down into the abyss. And here comes the Durgan. He's a Dragon Claw, but Echo is faster. And the Ice Punch. 2 huge threats, 2 turns, totally gone. Oh, I can't even tell you how good that felt after a whole season of just smashing my head against walls every week. Here comes the Bravey Bird. Well, you know what? I'm reasonably certain that Sargasso can take a hit here. He's got some pretty good HP.
Remember all the happy times we had.
And I am kind of right, but not really right enough. It still did a lot of damage.
Very much alike.
I'm really thinking about this too. I wish I had my videos so I could just take a look at what I was doing at this particular moment in time.
All the happy times we had.
The change to battles on cartridge has been like really great, but also it takes forever. But I do really appreciate the cinematic elements of spinning the camera around to make Skarmory look real mean there. And oh no, this is actually going to hurt a whole lot. I was expecting a switch into Yumian, and that did not happen. And Samsara paid with his life, unfortunately. But we're going to send out Fierce, and if you remember, we put Fire Blast on this boy with a Choice Scarf specifically for this purpose. But, order of operations, Steven did the same thing, and Celeste fought Steven first, so we really lost the element of surprise here. We missed anyway, so it didn't really matter. We're also now locked into Fire Blast. Let's just keep that in mind. So I haven't actually given away that we're wearing a scarf yet. So we're going to swap right out of that. Come in. We got burned. Sargasso is not going to live a hit from this Charizard. Spoilers. And legitimately, at this point, like, the match is starting to pivot a little bit. I'm getting a little nervous. It is amazing to me that Celeste did not stay in and drop Sargasso. I mean, granted, what am I going to do to Yumian here with this Octopus? But at the same time, like, she could have just clean sweep that right the heck out and not had to deal with a swap. Here comes Echo, the ever-threatening. Oh, the Protect. It was such a good call on her part. That's self-damage. But here's the thing, right? At this point, she's used Protect, so somebody unless she gets the double protect, is taking a high jump kick to the face. Someone is. And nobody wants to take that. I mean, Starscream probably be fine, but it'll take enough damage if I hit that I can kill it on the next hit, which is what's really important. Because that high jump kick is neutral. And here it comes. Not very effective, still knocked Charizard down a significant amount. And I'm just faster than this thing. I took a gamble here because there are a bunch of times throughout this series when I have to make a decision on speed tiers. And there will be times when whatever I'm facing at max stat spread is technically faster. But a lot of the Pokemon on my opponent's teams are not perfect. They don't have perfect IVs. You know, they were caught in the wild. Versus Pokemon we got from y'all, which in most cases are perfect. And so I can roll the dice a little bit on whether or not I will outspeed something. And sometimes it plays out in my favor. And oh no, punch to the face. As you can see, we've had a bunch of back and forth over here with frogs and eggs. Aww. New Eats over there. So happy. Right now I'm sitting here trying to weigh what I want to do about this Skarmory, which is such a pain in the ass to deal with. And I've lost a lot of my good solutions. I pulled in this switch in anticipation that Celeste might roost to keep Sturdy up. And I realized that Echo is not going to do hashtag the most damage. I'm not thinking here. I'm faking out, but Rocky Helmet damage is the worst. But I've broken Sturdy. And that's what I was shooting for. But it unfortunately was not enough. This is a capital P problem. Skarmory is always a capital P problem. But I still have a way to deal with it. So, just so everybody is aware, the Fire Blast off of Fierce cannot, even with a special attack up nature and no investment, cannot OHKO Skarmory. It can do maybe 2/3. And we're pretty close to that right now. So in a perfect world, maybe, right? Here comes Yumian. I Dragon Clawed in anticipation that he was going to switch out. And I mean, clearly that was the right call. Which is good, because I'm choice locked. So I really don't want to switch anything into Yumian if I can help it. And we're just going to keep pounding away at this thing in the hopes of getting it out of there. God, that body slam did so much damage. Here's the protect. Stalling a turn. Trying to get that lefty's recovery enough to save its life. And it's enough. Like, legitimately, I think that actually mattered. in this case, but we did not die on that body slam, and now Yumian is doomed unless it wants to switch out. And here's Celeste thinking about it right now. I'm gonna try to go for the body slam. Not gonna outspeed, obviously. And there's the crit and the KO. But here's what is important. We would still have normally been faster than Yumian. Celeste still doesn't know that we're holding a scarf. And you can tell, because here comes the very fast frog to revenge kill. Perfect! Absolutely perfect scarf use. Totally took everybody by surprise. What a great feeling. But now I have an unfortunate situation where I have a Skarmory in front of me and I legitimately cannot use Fire Blast, and everyone figures out 100% for sure that I am scarfed because I would have Fire Blasted right there. No good, no good. I got 2 Pokemon left. And here comes the second to last one. This is actually really important. Skarmory has been an absolute nightmare for Rose to deal with all season. And there's really not much Rose can do to threaten Skarmory, but it can do this. It can paralyze it, and with Song out of the way, that paralyzation is gonna stick. And that is critical, because we're about to go into a stall war with Skarmory. I need those para turns. For sure. Like, that might look like it was a huge waste. It's not. And now it's Chansey v Skarmory in a showdown, a wall showdown, in which I'm going to do a lot of this for the next I don't know how many minutes. And the downside for Celeste is that Brave Bird does recoil damage. So, like, actively, it's getting hit. I think that I can finish this Skarmory off. And I can't. Which is a legitimately huge problem. Thank God that this Skarmory is just so damn slow. If it wasn't, I would have just gambled on wrapping this up and totally screwed myself. But alas, Nuit is faster, so the soft boil is a-okay. The problem that I have, I think, is that Roost has more power points, more PP than soft boil does. Well, it looks like it's at 10. I think that's equal, and it's already used a bunch. So that's really good to know. We come close yet again, but we're dealing static damage to Skarmory. So basically, I really need this situation to get changed up by the fact that there's a para involved. We've gone a ton of turns without a para, which is frankly unreal. And still none to speak of. There's the recoil damage. Here comes the Roost on Celeste's side. We're gonna toss. Still lives. Here's the Roost. Rotate and rotate and rotate. The never-ending wall war. Yep, I need to soft boil now. I can't risk it. I really need these points. And I gotta keep playing aggressive. I gotta protect myself, but I can't like PP stall with like protect or anything because I cannot risk this thing topping off at a level that I cannot bring it down from. It's interesting to see Celeste's perspective for this video because of what happened with my video this week, my footage this week. Because I can actually see how many roosts she has left as I'm going through this. And here's the para. Here's the para, but I really need a Zog Boy. Here's the toss. And there's the second turn of para. And now we done. Like, I am 100% sure that I can close this out. And there we go. Anna's perfect sweep week. What a good set of tricks we brought this week after getting my ass kicked up and down this series. Good shit. Hey y'all, it's Anna from Blasphemy Radio. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on our journey through the Kalos region. If you want to make sure to keep up to date on all the gameplay for Blasphemy Radio Season 8, you can do so here on YouTube and only on YouTube this season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, maybe give us a like if you enjoyed the video. And additionally, if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video, you got to hit that bell. That's the way YouTube works. I don't make the rules. From all of us here at Blasphemy Radio, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for loving our show, and we will see you next time. Bye.